This is a Tuesday night Eagle School training, and you guys are definitely in for a treat tonight. We have some awesome information that we're going to put out. For those of you guys that don't know me, real quick, my story, real simple. I'm 28 years old. I have a military background. I've been doing networking now for the past 3 years. I was very fortunate that I got linked up with some of the top earners in the industry, and they coached me and they mentored me. They taught me the proper things to do and what not to do. And sometimes knowing what not to do is probably more important than knowing what to do. Knowing what landmines not to step on, knowing what tripwires not to trip over is what really attributed to my success. So I'm very appreciative for that and very thankful for that. Very blessed. I was able to create a huge team. I think now we have a team of over 1,000 people. We are able to create a six-figure income within a year time frame, and very blessed to be able to help a lot of other people accomplish the same thing and beyond. And I'm definitely motivated to not be a six-figure earner, but to have dozens upon dozens and hundreds of six-figure earners on my team so that we can all be winning together. So one of the best things that I've ever heard from my mentor was success is not success without successors. All right, meaning we want to be able to duplicate into the masses, and to be able to do that, you want to be able to create massive success, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about 10 steps to creating massive success in your business. All right. So one thing I want to ask you guys, understand if you're in it to win it. Okay, really ask yourself that. That's one of the things I ask myself every single day is, am I in it to win it? Am I the things that I'm going to do today, if I accomplish those goals, would we move closer or further away from our goals? And every night before I go to bed, I always ask myself two questions. Number one, do I deserve to sleep tonight? Did I do everything I possibly could to achieve my goals in business and in life and for my team and family? And number two, if my team did what I did today, would we be closer or further away from our goals, guys? And that will let you know if you had a successful day or not. Very simple. So let's get started with the training. Step number one, guys, we're going to talk about your why. Now, some of this stuff might be redundant. Some of this stuff might be repetitive. You might be thinking, man, Justin, I've heard this already 100 times. Trust me, until you've heard this information tens of thousands of times, you are not a professional yet. You are not you're not somebody that is going to achieve what you want to achieve until you've done thousands of hours. It's a fact that the average professional out there in any industry has dedicated tens of thousands of hours to the knowledge and practice of their skill. Okay, so trust me, guys, I've heard this a million times and I still take notes on it to this very day. So let's dive into it. Step one, your why. Very simple. What's hurting you? Why are you doing this business? Now, think about this not just for you. Think about this for your team. All right, you got to understand and you got to be able to teach your team how to really figure out what their why is. It's not money. Everybody thinks it's money, but it's not money. Here's why. If money motivated you, you'd be rich already. But money doesn't motivate people. It's the things that money does in your lifestyle that really changes people and really motivates them. One of the biggest things I've ever heard is you either get motivated because you're either desperate or you get inspired. That's it. So your why has a lot to do with those two things. So figure out and help your team figure out what motivates them and how to be able to help them figure out, what is going to motivate them to do the daily activities. What I like to talk to people about is setting SMART goals. Okay, what's a SMART goal? A SMART goal is specific. All right, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic, and it has a timestamp. Let me give an example of that. All right, some people say, I want to have a Ferrari, or I want to get out of debt, or I want to have more money. Well, that's great. Someday that happened, maybe one day, but it's not nothing that you can really quantify. It's nothing that you can really put your hands on. So when I'm talking about a SMART goal, I like to talk to people about things that are specific. What do you specifically want? I like to tell people, make a specific goal. What if it's a car? Great. What kind of car? What color? What's the interior look like? How much does it cost? Make sure it's measurable. Make sure you know how to be able to attain it. Make sure you know it's something that you can actually achieve, something that's attainable. Like saying, let's say you're brand new in the business and saying, I want to make $1 million within the next 3 months. That's probably not really attainable. That's not realistic. So you want to set yourself with a smart goal, something that you're going to have to stretch for, but something that's realistic and attainable. For example, the ability to hit the 500 club is attainable and realistic within your first month. People have done it. Yes, it's a stretch, but it's very realistic and attainable. It's even realistic and attainable to hit the 1,000 club or to hit the 2,000 club within your first 60 days, but it is a stretch. So put a timestamp, and I'll give you guys an example. I want to be a platinum in the business. I want to have a $100,000 business on or before December 31st, 2015. See, that's realistic, that's attainable, it's measurable. I know how far away I am. I can judge how far away I am, and that's the best way, guys, to set goals for your business, okay? So moving on. Step number 2, your list. This is by far, man, by far the most important first step in building your business. All right. Within your first 72 hours, you want to make a list of 30 to 50 people. Literally, when I get somebody started, I have them sit down, and as soon as they get started, I say, welcome to the team. Here's your IBO number, 3,352 or whatever it is. Then I say, the next thing we need to do is we need to get your business launched. So what I want you to do is take out a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to write down 30 names. And I literally time them for 60 seconds. I call this the 60-second list. And what this does is this gets people automatically working on their business. See, here's the reality, folks. If you haven't started your list, if you haven't put pen to paper, okay, it's very significant to have pen on paper. Not numbers in your cell phone, not numbers on Facebook, but pen on paper so that you can see it and you're actually building a list. Guys, if you haven't done that, you haven't even really started working your business, man. It's so critical. And I tell my brand new people, until they've made a list of 30 to 50 people, I will not work with you until you've made your list of whys and you've made your list of at least 30 to 50 people, because those are the basic building blocks of the business, all right? Eventually, within the next 72 hours, you want to get a list of like 200 people. Now, here's the reality, guys. 10% of the people that you peak or that you expose will get started. So if you expose 200 people, guess what? You're going to have at least 20 people that you're going to personally sign up into your business. Now, as fast as you want to hit those people, that's what you want to do. You want to turn your list into a hit list, and you want to hit every single person. Whether it's a yes or a no, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. But you want to hit them off your list. You want to be a hitman, because you know that 10% of the people will get started if you expose them correctly. Now, here's why you want to have such a big list. A lot of people say, well, I only need 3 people to build a business. You're right. You only need to start off with 3 people. But understand something. It's psychologically powerful with a list of 200 people. See, this is the reality. If you write a list of 10 people, and let's say the first 7 people you talk to, they all say no. And not only do they say no, but they're rude about it. They say, no, this isn't for me. Don't ever talk to me again. Get out of here. You're crazy. I know my brother that's done that, my cousins, aunts, uncles, nephew that did that, and they got scammed or schemed. Guys, if you get 7 of those and you only got 10 people on your list, you're going to feel like crap, man. You're going to feel horrible is 7 out of the 10 people on your list say no. But guess what? If you got a 200-person list and 7 people say no, you're really not going to care. You're really not going to be bothered, because you got another 193 people that you can talk to about the business. And think about that, guys. All right, if every person you get started is building a 200-person list, that means if you sign up 3 people, now you got your 200 people, plus each person has 200 people that you don't know. So now you have 800 people that you can potentially network with now, because you've created a system. You've created a system of people building lists upon lists upon lists. Think about how fast you expand your network, guys. And think about if only 10% of those people get started. You get a team of 3 plus you, that's 800 people. If 10% of those people get started, that's 80 people that just got started in your business, guys. All right, 80 people. Think about that. At 10,000 in volume in this business, you're making a $2,000 monthly residual check. 10,000 in volume is about 100 people. So think about it. With 3 people, you have the potential of putting 80 people in the business, guys. That's huge. All right. The power is in numbers. The power is in numbers. So step number 3, Set your goals, all right? What's your ultimate goal? Is it money? Is it time freedom? Is it vacation? Is it family time? Really set your goals. And a big key is set what you're willing to give up to achieve those goals. See, everybody wants to have the money, the cars, the family time, the vacation, but what are you willing to give up to achieve those goals? Everybody's got 24 hours in a day, and you are already filling those 24 hours with something. So you got to be willing to give something up in order to get what you want. Whether it's TV, whether it's time at the gym, whether it's family time, whether it's waking up earlier, going to sleep later, there are daily things that you have to give up. And if you're here's a key, guys. Here's a clue. If you're not giving up something daily, I promise you, you will not achieve your ultimate goal. If you are not giving up something daily, meaning every single day, 5 to 6 days a week, you're not giving something up, you will not achieve your ultimate goal. I promise. All right. So understand this is about setting the proper expectation. Okay. Understand this is about not being afraid to tell people that this takes work. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't tell people this is the easiest thing since sliced bread, because it's not. It takes work. I never tell people it's easy, but this is what it is. It's simple. It's the simplest concept out there. All you have to do is get eyes on screens, ears on phones, and butts in seats. And that's what we get paid to do. We get paid to market for this company, but it's not easy. It does take work, and you got to believe it for you to be able to achieve it. If you don't believe that you can't work this business 2 hours a day, 5 days a week to make a residual income, I promise it won't happen for you. So you got to believe it, all right? When you set unrealistic goals from the beginning, you're setting yourself and your team up for failure. So don't set unrealistic goals, and don't tell people, hype them up. Don't tell them this is the easiest thing. Don't tell them they don't have to do anything. Don't tell them you're going to place people under them and they don't even have to work, that they're going to have a business growing no matter what. Don't say none of that stuff, man, because that will duplicate and duplicate and duplicate, and you are building a house of cards that will fall apart at the end of the day if you're making unrealistic expectations that you're not building a real business. This is 100% a real business. This is a long-term business. This is a multi-million-dollar business if you treat it like one. All right. So set correct goals. Number 4, set commitments. All right. If you're gonna set a big goal, guess what? Guess what else you need? You need a big commitment, man. A big commitment. If you want to make $1 million a year, is it achievable? Yes. Guess what? You need $1 million commitment. You need to be working your butt off, man. You need to be grinding like nobody else is grinding. All right. Think about it. This is reality. Only 10% of people, less than that actually, it's about 5% of people in network marketing make a 6-figure income. So if your goal is a 6-figure income, you better be doing exactly what the guys that are making 6 figures are doing on a daily basis. Not just once in a while, not just when you feel like it. Every single day, minimum 5 days a week. Don't sugarcoat the business. When people ask, do they need to go to the meetings? Yeah, they need to go to the meetings. When they ask, do I need to get on every single training? Yes, you need to get on every single training. I always ask people, what's your goal? Are you a 1, a 2, or a 3? Do you want to make a little bit of money? Do you want to make some replacement income? Or do you want to make time freedom income? Okay, do you want to make $500 a month, a couple $1,000s a month, or do you want to make $10,000 a month? Because your commitment needs to match your goal. If your goal is to make $10,000 a month, get on everything. Show up to everything. Don't miss nothing. If your goal is to make $500 a month, great. Get on as many things as you possibly can. Okay, now here's the key. You want to hit your goal faster? Get on more things. Go to more meetings. Do more personal development. Get on more audios. Listen to more of these trainings. Do more, okay? It's all about time compression, guys. If you do more in a faster period of time, you will achieve your goals faster. Period. It's very simple, okay? And it depends on where you want to be 6 months from now, 12 months from now, okay? 2 years, 5 years from now. Just don't sugarcoat it. Understand what your goal is and don't kid yourself, all right? People will duplicate the bad before they duplicate the good, okay? So make sure that your commitments are as close to as your upline leaders' commitment as possible if their goal is your goal, if you want to achieve what they're achieving. Step number 5, set weekly goals, all right? We work this business by setting short-term weekly goals, okay? Think about it. That's the secret to success. Yes, you want to have long-term goals, but you need to have something trackable. How do you eat an elephant? All right, you can't just, if you're trying to eat an elephant, you can't just go and eat that whole thing, right? That big bad mamma jamma. You can't eat that. You got to do it one bite at a time. Long-term goals are great. They pull you through, but the reality is for you need to have short-term successes, okay? You need to have geometric progression, and this business grows by compounding interest, all right? By doing the little things on a daily basis. One of the best quotes I've ever heard is learn to master the mundane. Learn to master the things that you don't really want to do, but those are the little things that achieve quantum results, guys. It's not any one big thing. There's no one big person that you're going to sign up in your business that's literally going to take you to making $1 million. There's no one audio that you're going to listen to. There's no one person that you're going to write down or do a three-way call for. It's doing the activities over and over and over, the simple things, guys. All right, the simple things, because that's what duplicates and that's what grows in your business. Think about this. You get 5 people getting on the audios, 5 core people, 5 people that become core, and they follow the 8-point system, and they follow the 7 absolutes, and they follow the basic training and the getting started right. You get 5 people to do that, all right? And now you're making some money. You get them to get their 5. Okay? Now, guys, 5 who get 5, you're making a 6-figure income. 5 who get 5 people, you will have a multiple 6-figure income. If you have 5 people that are core, they get their 5 that are core, they get their 5. 3 levels, guys, and you'll be a multiple 6-figure earner with those core people. Trust me, okay? Build and push goals all week. Every week, build your goals, build your list, build your team from week to week. All right, set goals, set expectations for the meetings, for the calls, for everything, guys. All right, if you get your whole team working with their head down towards a goal, you will see massive explosion in your business. So make sure you're setting weekly goals. Number 6, plug into the system. All right, plug in the system. Events are the skeleton to build upon, all right? You're fooling yourself if you're not building this business with events. This entire industry for decades now has been built from event to event to event. And every time you end an event, you want to promote the next event. Every single time. All the calls, all the webinars, all the meetings, all the home meetings. The national convention is key, man. If you're building this business and you didn't go to convention and you're not planning to go to convention, I promise you, you will not last, your team will not last, and your business will not grow away from you. Period. All right? Don't miss nothing. Your team misses what you do. All right? If you don't go, guess what your team does? They don't go. You miss 1 meeting, guess what? They miss 2. They miss 3. You miss a call, they miss a call. All right? You never know what meeting's going to change your life. So get on all of them, okay? Get on every single one possible. Weekly meetings are for the reps and for the guests. Guess what? If you don't have a rep, if you don't have a guest, you need the meeting. If you have guests, the meeting needs you, and vice versa. All right, so understand, promote and attend everything. Plug into everything and promote everything out there possible. Number 7, read a book, guys. Feed your mind. Motivate yourself. All right, if you're self-motivated, motivate yourself to read a book. A lot of people say, oh, I don't need to read a book. I'm self-motivated. Great. If you're self-motivated, 6-figure and 7-figure earners are telling you you need to learn from other people that are more successful than you. That's how you continue to elevate yourself. So if you're self-motivated and you say you're disciplined, then self-motivate yourself to get a book or get an audio every single day. All right. Books are there to be able to stand on the shoulders of giants, guys. How to win friends and influence people. The science of getting rich. Think and grow rich. Cash flow quadrant, guys. Any of those books are amazing books. GoPro. How to build an empire. Any of those are awesome books, all right? We even have free audios for you guys, literally hundreds of dollars of free audios. If you go to wealthgen.info and you click on Team VIP Blueprint, there are literally dozens upon dozens of free audios from 6 to 7-figure earners for free, guys. For free for you to be able to listen to with your smartphone, from your computer. You can download them. Those are free for you guys. We put that together for you guys, okay? So understand something, all right? If you want to master the steps, you got to master the skills that those before you have mastered, all right? Become the kind of person that you want to sponsor. It's that simple. You want to attract leaders? Become a leader, all right? Don't go looking for the leaders. You become the leader, and guess what? Leaders come to you. Step number 8, be a good inviter. This is the number one highest paid skill in the business, is becoming a professional inviter, a pro inviter. That's the number one skill. Invite to the meetings, learning how to invite prospects on a three-way call, learning how to invite people to watch your webinar, learning how to invite your team and promote your team to these trainings, to the events, to the corporate events. Become a professional. Notice I said professional. Okay, there's a difference between an amateur and a professional. See, somebody who goes out there and just somebody goes out there and just texts people, or just tells one person, hey, you should come to this. That's not a professional. A professional is going to text over and over. They're going to call their people. They're going to talk about the events. They're going to promote them like there's no tomorrow. The biggest thing on the planet, okay, is being a professional promoter. All right, there's three types of people you're going to invite. There's people that look up to you, there's people that you look up to, and there's people that are your equal. This is how you invite the three. The people that look up to you, you can pretty much tell them what to do. If they look up to you, if they value your opinion, if they value your expertise, you can say, hey, look, this is my skill set. This is what I've done. I'm achieving success. You need to be here if you want to achieve the same thing. Period. You can tell them what to do. The people that consider themselves your equal, you can still tell those people what to do. You can say, look, we're on the same playing field. We both know that we got here by mastering the skills, by learning from other people that have our skills. So we both need to be here at this event or on this call or at this meeting. And the people that you look up to, just solicit their opinion. Say, hey, you know what? I really value your opinion. I think you should take a look at this information. If you're inviting somebody to the business that you look up to, say, you know what? I know you have expertise in the business, or you know what, I value your opinion. You're very sharp, you're ambitious, you're motivated. I want you to take a look at this and tell me what you think. I think this is great for me, but I want your opinion. Guys, it's very simple, okay? Here's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do when you're brand new and you're inviting somebody to something is vomit the information to them, okay? All you want to do is pique people's interest, man. That's it. Less is more. You want to be a Google, not a Yahoo. See, a Google just puts a little bit of information. That you go to google.com and it's just Google and a bar. That's it. Go to yahoo.com and you'll see a whole page full of stuff, man. Stuff that you don't care about, stuff that you don't want to hear about, stuff that you don't want to see. Be a Google, not a Yahoo. Less is more. All right. Don't ever lie about your income. Don't ever lie about your upline's income. Okay. And don't just throw this meeting, or don't just throw a presentation on people. Don't tell people you're going to have a party at your house and then you invite a bunch of people and now you got a presentation and a bunch of seats and everybody's in suits. Don't do that, guys. Don't have a barbecue. Tell people what you're doing. It's cool to have a social event. It's cool to have drinks if you want to have drinks. It's cool to have a barbecue, but let people know, hey, we're going to have a barbecue and I want to show you what I got going on. Let people know, all right? Don't just throw it on them. Be a professional, all right? Treat your business like a business. Step number 9, learn the business, guys. This is a multi-million-dollar business. Think about it. Would you be surprised, okay, if you were to open up a Pizza Hut and you didn't know how to operate the cash machine, and you didn't know how to turn on the oven, and you didn't know how to unlock the front door, and you didn't know how to put the pepperonis on the pizza? If you didn't know how to do any of those things, would it be a surprise that your Pizza Hut doesn't make money? Would it be a surprise that your Pizza Hut is growing slower than everybody else's Pizza Hut? Would it be a surprise that your Pizza Hut shuts down or you quit? No, it wouldn't. And this business is no different. You got a multi-million-dollar business, but you got to treat it like one. You got to learn about the business. You got to learn about the products. You got to become a product of the product. People don't buy the business, they buy you. Okay, so you have to have a testimonial, and a real testimonial. The only way people know what's real and what's fake, guys, they smell it like a mile away. So the only way you have a real testimonial is by really using the products. I love TaxBot, man. I use that thing so much. That thing has saved me so much money in paying taxes. It's ridiculous. I love trading. I love the whole process of trading. I love how simple it is for us to use our smartphone apps to be able to trade on the market, guys. All right, learn the product. Learn how somebody signs up. Learn how to get in your back office. Learn the structure. Learn how to be able to the different ranks. Learn how much volume you need. Learn it for your team. Make sure your team knows. Okay, that's what you want to be doing at the end of the month. If you're a leader, you want to be calling your people, whether you have one person or 10 people or 100 people. You want to be calling your people, calling your leaders, calling those that are closest to ranking up and saying, hey, how many more do you need? It looks like you're close. It looks like you're right here. How can I help you? How many calls can we do? How many events can we do to make this happen for you? All right. Those that fail are those that don't learn the simple things. Again, this is a multi-million dollar business. How much do you want to learn about a multi-million dollar business? Everything, man. You want to learn everything, okay? Step number 10, be a leader. Be a leader. How do you find leaders? How do you be a leader? You got to be a leader before you can find them. Period. Okay? How do you find leaders? Leaders don't need to be reminded to go on meetings. Leaders don't miss meetings. Leaders are those that send the text messages. They're not the ones getting text. See, that's what you want to ask yourself. Did you get on this meeting because somebody texted you, or did you text your team about this meeting and you knew and you showed up and you got on early and you promoted and you were excited and you have a pen and pad in front of you right now taking notes? That's what leaders do, guys. Leaders take copious notes all the time. They don't make excuses. They make money. Period. Okay? Leaders volunteer. Leaders stand up. Leaders step up. See, we're always looking, guys. We're looking for the lookers. I'm always looking for somebody that wants to run in Eagle School. I'm always looking for somebody that wants to host an opportunity meeting. I'm always looking for a leader that wants to step up and do an opportunity meeting. You know how often I have one of them come up to me? It's rare, man. It's rare. Guys, I'm all the time thinking, man, how can I step up? How can I do more? How can I leverage more? How can I provide more for the team? And that's exactly what Joe Gomez does, what JC Rangel does, what Sergio, what Jacob, what all these leaders do, guys. They step up. What San, what Bruce, all these guys, they step up, and that's what you need to do. Leaders lead from the front. So be a leader, guys. People want to follow those who know where they're going. People don't want to follow wishy-washy people. So if you're wishy-washy, if you're emotional, if you're having doubts, people will not follow you. So if you're wondering why you're having problems in your business, if you're wondering why your business is up and down, check yourself. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I up and down? Have I been up and down? You might not even be telling anybody you're up and down, but think about it. Have you been feeling up and down? Have you been wishy-washy? Have you not been showing up to everything? Have you not been getting 10 people on exposed in 7 days, every 7 days, getting 10 new people? Have you been doing that? All right. If you're successful in the business or unsuccessful, it's your fault 100%. Not your upline, not your wife, not your kids, not your job, not the time. Everybody has the same excuses. Everybody has the same amount of time. Everybody has different jobs and different things pulling them in 100 different directions. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're going to be either wealthy or broke because your attitude and what you decide that you're going to make happen or not make happen. Period. All right, we have all the bad and all the good uplines. Everybody has bad uplines. Everybody has good uplines. Everybody has bad days. Everybody has good days. What are you going to do about your good days? And what are you going to do when you have a bad day? If you're not a public speaker, all right, then show up early, guys. It's okay. Not everybody's meant to stand in front of a room. That's 100% okay. You can make a six-figure income being the guy in the back of the room that sits and promotes the most and does all the things the most. That's what a real leader does. A leader is not somebody that just tells people what to do. A real leader is the one that leads from the front and does the most things right, does the most right actions, gets on the most calls, promotes the most events, does all the things the most. That's what a real leader is, guys. And at the end of the day, this is the golden rule. Don't reinvent the wheel. The wheel knows what it's doing. The wheel is rolling, and the wheel's been rolling now for decades. So don't try to create a square wheel. Don't try to fit a round circle in a square hole, guys. All right? People are going to say that fight the system all day. They're going to say, I know a better way. They're going to say, I got this new shiny object. I got this new lead system. I got this new way to build a business online. My friends don't react to the old way. Yes, they do. They've been reacting to the old way for decades, and they're still reacting to the old way. If you work the system will work, and what work makes money. You want to duplicate what's working. You don't want to just do what works, because what works doesn't always duplicate. And guess what? You might be duplicating something that doesn't work later on. So do what's been working and duplicating for decades, guys. It's simple. This is how millionaires are made. This is how you stand on the shoulder of giants. This is how you work smarter and not harder. Leverage the information, leverage the people, leverage the trainings, leverage everything you can to make your life easier. Why are you going to try and create something when everything there is laid out for you to just work it? It's simple. I know we're entrepreneurs. I know we all have great ideas and we all want to create something. Tell you what, when you make $1 million in a business, you go out and create your own system. But until then, follow what millionaires are doing and teaching. It's that simple. Work the business correctly, work the system, work it consistently. That means every day, 5 days a week, 2 hours a day minimum. No excuses if you want to make money. Period. Consistent. Be willing to work it long enough. Be willing to dedicate the next 2 to 3 years if you want to make a 5-figure income. Period. 2 to 3 years for a 5-figure income. Be willing to dedicate the next 5 years if you want to make a 6-figure income. Those are the statistics of network marketing. The average person that sticks and stays in this business, if you stick and stay, you'll get your pay. The average person that stays around in network marketing, building it, 70% of the people, guys, 70% that stick around for 5 years make a 6-figure income. So what does that tell you? All you got to do is be here tomorrow. That's all you got to do. Go from week to week to week. Eat an elephant one bite at a time. Be here tomorrow. Be here next week. Be here next month. Be here next year. Be here in the next 5 years. And you will have a lifestyle second to none. And you will be living and traveling the beaches of the world with the rest of us, guys. I hope you guys all got some value out of this. Feel free to add me on Facebook if you haven't already. My name is Jwill, or Jwill Retire You, and I'm going to see each and every one of you guys at the top. Matter of fact, I want you guys to beat me there to the top, all right? I'll see you guys. You guys have an amazing night.